Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead is the game you bought if you wanted to play DayZ because it was the shit over a decade ago. Being an expansion pack to Arma 2, it continued the ongoing military sandbox franchise made by Bohemia Interactive. It was originally released in 2010. The campaign is set in the faraway futuristic year of 2012. Going into a game like this is weird, especially considering recent developments. While Harvest Red was loosely based on the Russian invasion of Georgia in 2008 and the Yugoslav wars of the 90s, 2011 was the height of the war in Afghanistan for the United States of America. The environment in this game, Takistan, is a mishmash close-to-reality scenario of the American involvement in Iraq and Afghanistan. For the time it was contemporary, but I guess things change over the course of 15 years. I'll leave it to somebody else to make a smart video essay about geopolitical changes in Central Asian and Middle Eastern countries in regard to the influence of global superpowers like the United Kingdom, the Soviets, and then the United States of America. The last time I tried to get smart, I was told things like Czechoslovakia was not actually in the Soviet Union, it was merely a satellite state. So you probably shouldn't get your world history knowledge from a YouTube channel called Just the Pulp anyways. Where was I? Oh right, computer games. So the Arma series has always been janky, and it always will be, especially with the campaigns. I've never played Operation Arrowhead before, so it'll be a treat. Maybe. I'm hoping that Bohemia learned some of the lessons from the shortcomings of their Harvest Red campaign, but let's check it out and see. We'll be going with the regular difficulty. The game starts off with an AAN news roll. It's been a while since we've seen one of these.
And I think we can now go live to Takistan with our frontline reporter Joe Harris. Joe, what's the situation on the ground?
Yes, good morning. We're seeing a significant military presence on the streets of Takman. The Republican militia is being issued heavy weapons and assigned to anti-air defense. This increased activity stems from the expiration of the Alliance ultimatum 4 hours ago, which had stipulated that Pakistani forces operating in Kazakhstan's border region, and which has passed with no response. Pakistan had demanded control of the Ulrich border area 2 weeks ago, prompting heightened tensions and alerting world-leading powers to a potential flashpoint.
We get a whole lot of information all at once, but the premise is that Takistan, led by Evil McGee Colonel Aziz, is getting hot and wild with a neighboring country, so the United States and British armies formed a coalition to go in there and tell them to knock it off. It then jumps to a cutscene of a special ops team in the dirty, damp, and deep of the enemy lines. We get a texture error. Nice. That's a good sign.
Good for us. Aziz has left his safe haven. Now we've got a chance to take him down. One good shot, and attacking missile arty will be in total disarray.
It's pretty clunky. We set up shop to take the shot to take out Aziz, but I don't really know which one is Aziz.
Okay, get ready. I've got the target in my sights.
Luckily, my guy knows.
Steady. Steady. Shit, which one is it?
Or not.
Peter, confirm the target.
Hold on.
Confirm the target.
Something's wrong, they know. The guy in the center, he's the target.
Fuck, I missed it. Abort! Let's get out of here. Move out, guys.
They find out that we were about to end the campaign super early, and they start blasting us as the title appears on the screen. So now we have to invade the country. Operation Arrowhead is a bit different than Arma 2's Harvest Red, as it harkens back to Arma 1's campaign where the player controls multiple characters at different points of the campaign. For this mission, we are boots on the ground Private Howard Drake. Not that it really matters, we might as well be called U.S. Army Soldier number 425. The main objective is to take the airfield, but it happens in the dumbest way possible. We fly directly in there as a C-130 jet is doing some crazy ass shit only a few hundred meters above the ground. Our pilot drops us directly on the runway with zero cover or smoke to cover us, right by an enemy fortified position. As such, we get wounded pretty quick. I start returning fire, as otherwise we are screwed. Anyways, we secure the area and get told to check out some nearby villages. Sure, the rules of engagement are fair enough. Don't shoot civilians. If they have guns and shoot at you, you can shoot at them. My immediate concern is that there isn't a whole lot of characterization happening yet, and I feel that this is not going to be the same story experience as Harvest Red. It feels, to put it succinctly, very 2010s. in a bad way. My other concern is that I still haven't been healed from the hit I took on the runway. We don't have a medic on our team as far as I can tell.
Wounded. Wounded.
Hostiles. 4. Target back. Missile soldier. Missile soldier. 1 o'clock. 100 meters. Missile soldier is history.
I strike up a conversation with the local warlord, and old Private Howard is kind of a dick.
Hello, American. You are welcome. You help us fight Aziz?
You're Aziz's enemy?
Yes, we are Karzegi. Government oppressing our people. Aziz killer. I am Khaled, the warlord of Loy Manara.
Oh, I remember reading something in my cultural reference handbook.
What?
Nothing.
American,
2.
my
Heal
men want
that.
fight Aziz.
Roger.
Okay, but don't let them get in front of our guns.
Yes, good luck, American.
Good luck to you too. Help us.
Che?
Help us.
Che?
While trying to really convince the warlord to take up arms and join the cause, I get healed by a random medic.
Back sheet. Nami far nami.
Team, move 200 meters. 12 o'clock. Standing by.
At least we won't be saying to ourselves anymore. I guess we could talk about the differences in weapons between Harvest Red and Operation Arrowhead. We are using SCAR rifles as opposed to M4s, so that's kind of cool, I think. There's also some newer weapons and vehicles that we'll be seeing later in the campaign as well, but for the mission, we just shoot a few more people and it wraps up nicely. I think by this time in Arma 2 we were sneaking into a village and planting some explosive charges on a radio tower, and even in Arma 3 we were probably witnessing some AAF war crimes happening. There isn't really anything engaging happening yet. Hell, even in Arma 1, we were ambushed by this time, and that game barely had a story. We don't even have to do anything at the second village, it just completes itself once we get close enough. Hopefully something cool happens at the next mission. Alright, this one kinda sucks. We are now playing as Lieutenant Ben Herrera, which doesn't matter. We drive a tank in this one.
Your assignment today is to recon the Narandari.
This commander guy gives us a generic task of going around and taking out some strongholds, so we waltz on outside and see the group of people we need to lead. Commanding AI-controlled vehicles sucks. It's tedious, janky, and dull. It sucked in Arma 1, it sucks in Arma 2, and even though people in 2010 didn't know it, it would suck in Arma 3. I really despise it due to the poor pathfinding and enemy awareness of our friendlies, so you can imagine my happiness when I say that this entire mission is based around driving and commanding AI-controlled armored vehicles. So we go around and shoot the Takistani army with guns and cannons, and while that can be used to describe the entire mission, and the campaign for that matter, some other stuff happens too. One of our vehicles breaks down, and while our tank crew is repairing the damage, a friendly C-130 plane carrying civilian doctors gets shot down by a surface-to-air missile. Damn. I weigh my options. We can continue the mission as normal, or make a beeline straight to their downed plane to save them. Now, being someone that has an empathetic personality strength that's determined by the for-profit Gallup multinational analytics and advisory company's Strengths Finder system that I had to do as part of my continued employment at my workplace, I decided to save the civilian doctors whose plane crashed. That's just the kind of guy I am. I gun it over the hills, take out some tanks, badass style, and I get complaints that I'm going too fast. My swag is too high, they'll kill me for that.
Tangos. Herrera, you're straying too far from the convoy. Get back.
Whatever, maybe they should just go a bit fucking faster. I approach the site, and I fail the mission for being too far. And I guess that's fair.
Please advise. Over.
While trying to reload my save, I get an error message. It looks like the save glitched out and it's acting like some files aren't there. This kept happening even after I restarted the game. Cool, time to restart the mission, I guess. This time I'll stick to the road. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. So for the next 20 minutes I drove around and shot people with guns. We have an M240 machine gun, an M2 machine gun, a big ass cannon with armor piercing and high explosive rounds, and some Bradley tanks follow us with all their bullshit. At one point, a hind tries to smoke us, which is kinda cool, but it gets shot down before anything really cool happened.
Forward. Fast. 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 Halt.
Sit down.
There's a little military base along the road, and of course as we approach it, one of the tanks is flipped over. Classic Arma vehicle jank. It doesn't really get much better than that. The worst part about commanding vehicles in Arma 2 is the non-stop
Left, right,
Forward,
fast,
forward,
fast,
right,
fast,
forward,
stop,
fast,
reverse,
left,
reverse,
left,
fast,
left,
fast,
fast,
right,
fast,
forward,
right,
stop, reverse,
fast,
fast, fast,
left,
reverse,
fast,
left, right,
fast,
fast,
left,
fast,
left,
fast.
fast.
that the player character shouts out. After clearing the base, we have a weird cutscene where some friendly supply trucks roll up to it. Nothing gets said by any characters, and this idiot hits a sign. We talk to a villager who says some militia members are attacking their village from the north.
Never mind. Didn't think so.
Please, mister, help.
Sure, old man. How can we help you?
Me village problem. Militia come. Very bad. Very bad. They weapons. Kill village. Go from north.
Huh?
Sir, I think they fear some militiamen want to kill them.
Fine, we've got a cultural advisor here. Go on, talk to him.
Where militia?
Militia go there. Dimanat. Garmarut. Bad militia. Kill village. Weapons. Bad militia.
Lieutenant, he's warning us from a militia coming in from the north. My guess is the bad guys saw us and fled to the valley down there to regroup.
We'll help you.
Good American. Good soldier. Go kill militia. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Harakat Kunit.
So I opt to help them out, which means we have to shoot more guys with guns. I'm not really enjoying the campaign so far. It's missing some important things, such as being interesting and tactically satisfying. It feels just as disjointed as the main Arma 1 campaign, where random people are doing random missions, so it doesn't really feel like we're doing anything meaningful. As jank as the Harvest Red campaign was, at least that one had the same squad throughout the whole game, and they were dealing with things like hunting down war criminals. Operation Arrowhead is mostly just the US Army romping through the desert shooting bad guys, which countless other games have already done. And if I wanted to do that in Arma, I would just play a dynamically generated mission. We approach the crash site again, and I get told not to stray again, so I wait for 10 minutes for these chumbos to get closer.
Herrera, you're straying too far from the convoy. Get back.
And then we talk to a militia member that showed up that says that these civilians were taken to a nearby mine.
Karzagi warriors, do not thank us. This government kills our people. It is our duty to kill them. Somebody tried to kill their commander 2 days ago. He framed us. Militias came to kill us.
Alright, well, we're here because of this plane. We thought maybe we could find some survivors. No, they were civilians, doctors.
Yes, we know this. Soldiers take them to Feruzabad. They had trucks. There is base near the mines, Koltan. Understand?
Well, at least they survived. The Takis will want to use them as hostages rather than kill them. Got to report this. Citizen, this is Badger. Come in, over.
Badger, this is Citizen. Go ahead. Over.
Citizen, we've teamed up with the Kazakh rebels to fight the Takistani specials guarding the wreck. No survivors at the crash site, but the rebels claim they saw the OPFOR taking survivors in trucks. Please advise. Over.
Badger, do you think they can be trusted? Over.
We get asked by command if we trust the militia, and I said, yeah, sure, why not?
Well, I don't think they would lie to us.
Citizen copies. The Colton Mine's where you're heading anyway. Citizen out.
Understood. Badger out.
What's the worst that can happen? Something interesting? Okay, so this one we gotta save some hostages from the last mission. We get dropped in, we shoot some guys from a distance while another operation is happening in the main town below. Once the area is clear, we move in. One of the hostages is dead and there's explosives all over the place that we gotta disarm. Otherwise it makes America look bad, I guess.
Fuck! Citizen, Gambler, bad news. Over.
Gambler, this is Citizen. Report.
1 KIA identified as Joe Harris. No other hostages. What is that? Oh, fuck! Break! Break! Citizen! Gambler, lead! This place is rigged to blow!
What? Gambler, can you defuse? We can't lose that mine.
Citizen, this is Gambler. Unknown. The charge looks to be triggered remotely. Might be a detonator somewhere around here.
Copy that. Search for it on the double time. Citizen out.
Gambler's on it. Out.
is down.
I looked around, but I could not find the detonator. So the problem is, Arma 2 does not have all the interiors of the buildings rendered, only specific buildings have interiors, as opposed to Arma 3, where the majority of buildings you can walk inside of. So on a mission like this, most of the doors don't fucking work, and only one of them actually opens, and so I missed that the first time, and I exploded.
4 is down.
And of course, the game is frozen when reverting the save. Something's fucked up with it, and it's really annoying. It's not like Bohemia's gonna fix it either, because the game is 15 years old at this point. So when I load the mission again after restarting my game, it restarts the entire mission. That's fantastic. So we do it again, and it turns out there's one door that can be opened, and there's one enemy and a civilian inside, and during the firefight, the civilian dies. I don't think I killed him, but, I mean, you can see for yourself in the clip. I don't really remember.
Shit, he must have rigged this place.
There's a code that we have to enter on this Dell laptop to disarm the bomb, and after a few attempts, we get it.
Oh, this should be a piece of... Oh, shit. Tacky numerals.
So we saved the bombs from blowing up the mine, so one of the hostages is dead, but it doesn't really matter. And at this point, the mission turns into something straight out of Call of Duty. Some enemy aircraft are trying to blow up some people in the nearby town, so we get flown to an enemy AA outpost that was previously taken out, and a ZSU anti-aircraft cannon is there. As we arrive, 3 Su-25 planes fly in, and we shoot them down.
That's one less to worry about.
I can't take it seriously. Like, it's supposed to be kind of a realistic game, and we're just in a turret section with like 3 planes that aren't attacking at the same time, one after the other. It's kind of stupid.
Burn, baby. You like that?
Good shooting, Gambler. Let's get you home. Break. Montana, be advised. Gambler just saved the day for Task Force Night and the people of Firuzabad. Out.
There's a cutscene after where the US Army guys are like, yeah, man, we kicked ass, but one of the guys died. We're gonna go fuck them up, and we're gonna kick some more ass tomorrow. But I don't care. The story's not even really a story. It's just like basically just different scenarios that we get thrown into.
He did some cool photos for AAN Big Picture.
What do you think happens with the rest?
They'll probably move him and try and trade him for some officers as soon as we catch enough of them.
I guess they just hang them on the streets to boost morale or something like that as we approach.
Unless we get them first.
Yeah, let's get going. We got asses to kick.
One of the few developer interviews I read stated that Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead's campaign was designed more as a showcase of the features that modders and mission makers could use as opposed to a full campaign, and it really feels like it. This mission involves fucking up people in a helicopter, so we go around and do that for a while. There's a new UAV helicopter thing that we receive 0 instructions on how to use, so I don't. I also can't load my previous save games, so each time I die I have to restart the game or the mission. At one point I fuck around and get shot down by a ZSU, and then another mission loads that involves the pilot getting saved by another group of soldiers in a separate mission, which is kind of cool, but at that point I was so annoyed by the constant crashing that, well, let's just get serious for a moment. I was not having fun while playing this game, and after doing some research, it turns out to actually play the fucking game correctly, you have to roll it back to version 1.63 in the beta tab. This has been happening since 2022. It might be because Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead is this Frankenstein software where the other DLC and Arma 2 itself all tie into it, and if you do not own the DLC that's available for the game, the content is still listed under the light versions of the DLCs, which contain super low quality textures of everything, so you can still play it with multiplayer and it's rendered, but it just looks like shit. but I don't know if that's the reason why textures aren't loading in saves. I have no idea. So I revert to the backup version of the game, and now the game can load and save. It's like basic shit that's broken. And I get it. It's 15 years old. Nobody plays it anymore. But it still just really pisses me off. So I revert to my campaign progress to the open season mission. I'm not going to go into the rabbit hole of the From Hell mission, where as far as I can tell, all you do is clear a town, find the pilot, then another helicopter picks him up. This campaign is so obscure that even the Wikia article for this mission is not even finished. Anyways, let's go back to blowing up some random shit. Or at least trying to. My gunner sucks. Look at this. Just aim a little bit higher, you stupid piece of shit. We do some badass stuff like blowing up this convoy, and what's even more badass is circling back, my game crashes. Okay. Your Arma 2 video got a lot of views. Just fucking get through it and it'll all work out. The UAV sucks to use unless you're in a safe spot, as I got shot down while trying to test it out.
Renegade 1 hit and going down. Mayday!
Going down hard. We'll need medevac.
Which means I'm not going to test it out ever again. Fuck that thing. So I just flew around and blew up everything while safe's coming.
Target that at 07.
Enemy tank and AA launcher.
Enemy, man, right, one click.
After that, we get to blow up some more stuff. This time we're attacking a defensive line. I do some of that, repair and rearm and refuel, go out again, get shot out of the cockpit by a machine gun at one point. Reload my save, and then beat the level.
Citizen to all units, we have the airport locked down. Good job.
We are the tank guy again, and we get to use the new high command. I shouldn't say new, it's the high command feature again, because of course we do. Bohemia has shown all their tricks. The new thermal view weapon sights, UAV features, interactable mission systems like bomb defusals, helicopter combat, tanks, and now the high command feature is here once again. And it still kinda sucks. Our mission is to blow up a communications center and an airfield, so I tell my extremely experienced subordinates to move their vehicles towards the objectives, and they got stuck in a ditch. Sweet. I'm sure I could have made them go down the road piece by piece, but when it's at the point where I'm telling the people to go down a fucking road and stay on it, like, it's not even fun, because I'm supposed to be, like, the guy in the tank, right? That's, like, the whole point. It's not a real-time strategy game. The enemies laid some minefields down, but because we helped the locals out earlier, we get some perks where the villagers marked the locations of the mines on our map. I think that's the only real plus side we get from helping everybody, but, you know, I guess the alternative is they shoot at us, so that's fine by me. The road to the base is a disaster. There's enemy squads, tanks, APCs, helicopters, which could be cool if the campaign made me care. There's no nuance or anything at stake. You just blow up bad guys without any of the charm of something like the Ramadi conflict expansion of Arma 1, and while that was super cool guy edgy, this is just sucky, soulless slop. Like, I really do not care. Throw some, like, corny asshole in here that I can be like, oh, that's kind of funny. Here's what I mean. I crest this hill, and look at this dog shit. It's like a 14-year-old's first editor mission. It's like the developer said, hey, just throw a bunch of tanks and cars by the runway and have a bunch of other tanks shoot at it. It'd be so cool. I call in some artillery to blow up a lot of them and move in. There's no strategy here. There's no tactics. You just go in there with a machine gun and a cannon and you blow them up, and that's it. From this absolute slaughter, we secure the field, and it cuts to this super in-depth character exploration on their feelings about what war really means as they struggle with who they've become.
Hey guys, any news about those missing civvies and pilot?
Not that we know of, surprisingly.
Wrong again, Mr. Wing Wiper. Take a look at this stuff my team snatched while searching the tower.
Dunno, Gambler. You know where they may be, but their chances of surviving the street fighting is close to zip.
Well, let's not lose hope just yet. We're supposed to take downtown Zargabad. I might try to ask my commander and take a look.
You serious? You really want to try and convince a U.S. Army lieutenant to ignore orders and let you enjoy a sightseeing tour?
As if we didn't see you doing that all the time, Lieutenant. Just let me see what I can do. See you guys. Gotta report in.
I give up. Good luck, man.
Drake, I like your style. If things get hot tomorrow in your crusade, give me a call. You dig?
Hey, Drake, see you in Zargabad.
Citizen to all units, hold your positions and stand by. We've just taken the Rosman Airport. Good job, everybody. Warmonger and Sundance. Advance north along the Hardball Niner and pursue fleeing Op 4. Citizen out.
Nah, just kidding. Okay, let's just get it over with. Okay, this mission isn't too bad. I don't want to be all sour grapes. We have to destroy some Scud launchers and take out Aziz. Scud launchers are Soviet-grade missiles that have been used in multiple wars. I wouldn't classify the events they were used in as good ones. The main antagonist, Aziz, who we are told, not shown, is evil, is in the area. He's the head guy of the opposing forces. We are playing as Howard Drake, not that it matters, and we get a Bradley. Nice. When the mission starts, to kick off, we get contacted to save the hostages or take out Aziz.
Sir, I really sympathize with the captives. I'd like to try freeing them myself, citizen. Over.
I say we save the hostages, so I do that first. We blow up and shoot some guys.
Enemy man, 11 o'clock, 100 meters. Enemy man, 11 o'clock, 50 meters. Enemy man, front, 100 meters. 1 o'clock, enemy close. 2 o'clock, enemy man, 50 meters.
And I head to the roof of this mosque, and alas, the hostages are here.
Enemy man, 11 o'clock, 50 meters.
Here! We are here!
Okay, stay down. We're U.S. Army. Are there any more guards around here?
Those you killed were the only ones who didn't run. Oh God, it's so good to hear some English again.
So good to see you all in one piece. Everyone thought you were all dead.
Well, I completed the objective and they aren't moving, and I'm getting shot at, so I'm just gonna leave them up there, I guess. As I drive away, we get a message from them. I guess they found a radio or something.
We're so happy you found us. God knows
Hold.
what more they
Right,
had
forward,
for us.
forward. Okay, we're happy too. Now I need to make a phone call. Commander Citizen, we found 3 of the MIAs from Mohican, none wounded. Need immediate evac for 3 people. Over.
Hard to believe.
Right fast.
Outstanding news, Hitman.
Right
Rescue
fast.
will be inbound momentarily. Any intel on that Air Force guy? Over.
Negative, but I'll keep looking. Alright, you just stay here. Rescue team is on its way to extract you. You'll be safe.
It sounds like they're getting saved by a helicopter, so we're just gonna go bust these Scuds in the meantime.
Front, 100 meters. Reverse, 2 o'clock. Reverse, enemy man, 3 o'clock. 100 meters. Reverse, enemy man, front, hold, 12 o'clock. Enemy man, close. Reverse, hold.
He must have slipped through. Anyway, secure the site. We're sending a chopper to eliminate him. Citizen out.
I get told that Aziz is trying to escape in an SUV, so I'll keep an eye out for that. I blow up the other 2 Scuds.
Sir, we just neutralized the Scud launchers. Over.
Citizen copies, all Scuds dead. Good work. Citizen out.
Cool. That's all the objectives apart from Aziz. We'll head to his crib now. I wonder if we're gonna confront him and tell him that we're gonna try his ass in The Hague. Oh, he's close. I can see his SUV on the map. Let's get him. My gunner fucked him up with 1 shot.
Reporting Madman is down. I say again, Madman is a confirmed kill. Over.
Citizen copies the good news, Hitman. Secure the surroundings and continue mission. Out. Citizen to all units. Gentlemen, I am pleased to inform you we have achieved all command objectives. Task Force Knight fought very well today. Make no mistake, the fact that Aziz made it to the top 5 today does not lessen your achievement. All of the surviving civilian prisoners have also been rescued. All units are RTB for celebration up. Drinks are on Uncle Sam. Out.
Kind of anticlimactic. Okay. So we got the best ending of the game. You can feel the adrenaline in the room as the AAN broadcast begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Department of Defense press conference regarding Operation Arrowhead. We'll start with an announcement. Task Force Knight defeated the forces of the authoritarian regime in Takistan. Its main driving force and suspected war criminal, Colonel Muhammad Aziz, was killed during a fierce firefight. Our forces successfully rescued the survivors of a plane crash being held hostage by Colonel Aziz. I'd like to credit Captain Pierce, First Lieutenant Herrera, Sergeant First Class Graves, and Sergeant Drake here, who played a significant role in the operation. Questions?
Colonel, how did you manage to save the captives?
This is more boring than C-SPAN. Remember how Harvest Red ended? That was fun. I don't hate Operation Arrowhead, but I'm never gonna play it again. It had all the jank of Harvest Red with none of the charm. There's some alternate endings and missions, like the one I mentioned that happens when the heli pilot crashes, but there's not much online about the other endings. It's also hard to research things for this video because something's still wrong with the Bohemia forums. I guess they're still getting DDoSed or something. It looks like if you saved the hostages and didn't kill Aziz, you kill him at the next mission called Finishing Touches, where you apparently shoot him from a helicopter when he's in a helicopter. Well, that sounds exciting. Too bad we did the mission correctly. If the hostages die and he gets away, you kill him at another mission called Phoenix Op, which, funnily enough, this guy was having issues with back in 2011. Do I care enough to find these endings and try them out? Not really. So yeah, that's about it. Just to throw this out there now, I will probably play the Private Military Company campaign at some point due to its legendary status, but I don't want this channel to be purely Arma focused, so I'm going to throw some other games in there in the meantime. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. If you want to get pulped up, hit all the buttons and subscribe and such. I know it sounds cheesy, but seeing the numbers go higher makes me feel good.